Polly the Parrot. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful parrot named Polly. She had colorful feathers of green, red, and blue, and she loved to sing and dance. Polly lived in a large cage in the corner of a cozy living room, where she was loved and cared for by her owner, Emily. Emily was a kind and gentle girl who loved animals. She would often sit by Polly's cage and talk to her, telling her stories and sharing her dreams. Polly loved Emily and would listen intently, sometimes mimicking her words with her own parrot voice. One day, Emily's parents decided to take her on a trip to the rainforest, where they would explore the exotic animals and plants. Emily was thrilled at the idea of seeing new creatures, and Polly was excited to imagine the vast and colorful world beyond her cage. When they arrived in the rainforest, Emily and her parents were amazed by the beauty of the jungle. They saw monkeys swinging from trees, colorful butterflies fluttering by, and even a majestic jaguar lounging in the shade. Polly was in awe of the sights and sounds, and she longed to join them and explore the world outside of her cage. As the family explored the rainforest, Polly could not help but feel a little envious of the other birds that flew freely through the trees. She wanted to spread her wings and fly, to feel the wind in her feathers and the sun on her face. But she knew she couldn't leave her cage, and so she sang her songs and danced her dances, dreaming of the adventures that awaited her. One day, while Emily and her family were resting by a river, Polly noticed a small, brightly colored bird perched on a nearby branch. The bird looked sad, and Polly could sense that something was wrong. She flew out of her cage and landed next to the bird, chirping and cooing in an attempt to comfort it. The bird introduced itself as Ruby, a parakeet who had lost its way in the jungle. Polly listened to Ruby's story and felt a pang of sadness for her new friend. She knew what it felt like to be trapped and lost, and she wanted to help Ruby find her way back home. Polly and Ruby became fast friends, spending their days exploring the rainforest together. They flew through the trees and visited waterfalls, discovering new wonders at every turn. Polly taught Ruby how to sing and dance, and Ruby showed Polly how to find the sweetest fruits and berries in the jungle. As they continued on their adventure, Polly began to realize that she had never felt so alive. She was flying free, surrounded by the beauty and majesty of the rainforest. She had found her true home, and she knew that she could never go back to her old life in the cage. When it was time for Emily and her family to leave the rainforest, Polly knew that she could not go with them. She had found her true calling in the wild, and she could not bear to be caged again. Emily was sad to leave Polly behind, but she understood and promised to come back and visit her friend. And so, Polly the parrot lived the rest of her days in the rainforest, surrounded by the beauty and wonder of the jungle. She was free to sing and dance, to explore and discover, to live her life as she was meant to live it. She had found her true home, and she was grateful for the adventure that had led her there.